This is Sonic, and you're watching JD Frank 20.
Yeah, here's a unique topic right here. First of all, this is a topic involving SONAMY. First of all, before we get to the real meat potatoes, here's a reply first from Coral. As much as I love SONAMY, it's not something that should be canon. There's no guarantee they'll write it well. Relationship is just a whole can of worms that shouldn't be dived into that at all with Sonic. It'd be much better if shippers are given a few crumbs. That's about it. Apparently, Coral made a reply to Kishimoto's tweet, which I will screenshot right here. And here it is right here in Japanese. Oh, originally this came from Shiki, I believe that's the name. Is Sonic single or is he in a romantic relationship with Amy? I'm sure Sonic has some kind of love interest. Would you agree with that? And of course, Mr. Kishimoto replied and said that Sonic is single, but what about lovers? Interesting. What about Emmy? I'm also looking forward to see what kind of love Sonic will have in the future. So Kishimoto basically confirmed that he has no answer for this. Let's be real here. You know, he's a main programmer and director for the series, but he's not a storyteller. The storyteller has the say of what goes on in this. You know, you're probably saying, would someone like Ian Flynn be able to write this in? Absolutely. Would I write something like this in? Come on, you know I will. Now, a lot of you are basically going to have mixed feelings, like should SONAMY be canon or just leave it like it is? Now, this is a very interesting question right here. Most of you like the way that things are right now, like you get teases here and there. You know, maybe they do have hidden feelings for each other, but it's something that should not be made public. Now, that is understandable. Look, Sonic Frontiers, before Frontiers was even announced, a lot of us had just pretty much given up on the whole SONAMY thing. You know, with Pontac doing a lot of the writing, you hardly had no moments of that at all. And then all of a sudden in Frontiers, you got a ton of SONAMY moments. A lot of people are having hope again that they might make it canon. Now, there's a possibility that could still happen. We don't know. But a lot of the fandom, you know, they'll go in an outrage saying, oh, if they make SONAMY canon, it's going to cause chaos. Really? You do realize that the Sonic fandom is so fucking toxic, they'll argue about anything. Hell, they can't even decide if they like the adventure formula or the boost formula. The fandom is a fucking embarrassment right now. Let's be real here. You people are actually the problem what's going on with modern Sonic right now. You're saying, oh, you should be single, like, oh, don't make SONAMY canon, or put him with someone else. Like, seriously, man, just shut the fuck up when it comes to all these fandoms, seriously. When it comes to SONAMY, SONADO, SONTAILS, if you have your own fandoms, that's great and all, but let's be real here. I talk facts, and I talk for real, and I say, look, SONAMY is a reality, and here's why. In my fourth game, Age of Ragnarok, I make that a reality. The difference is I don't shove it down your throat. Alright? You build towards that moment. It's called character development. You're adding layers and layers on the story from the first game to the second, third, and fourth. You build towards it. You can't just say, oh, it's SONAMY for the sake of doing it. No, I'm not doing that, and I'm also not retconning anything that happened in the past. You know, I'm not that kind of storyteller. I don't insult your intelligence. So I'm just confirming right now that SONAMY is a reality. I do write it in myself. If you have a problem with that, well, tough shit. Deal with it. Because I make it a reality. And plus, some of your other fan favorite shippers, I may actually do one even better. I have one actually for Sylvace, if you believe it or not. I actually have some dialogue from that, and you might actually love it. Again, for a lot of people, they may not like SONAMY. I understand. Look, you have your own allegiances, more power to you. But let's be real here. I mean, a matchup with Shadow and Amy makes no sense whatsoever. I understand a lot of you love that gothic side of Amy. That's fine. Whatever. More power to you. But Shadow's pairing is either going to be either a humanoid version hedgehog of either Maria, most likely, or Rouge, most likely, unless she's with Knuckles. Again, there's so many combinations you could do, but Amy never made any sense for Shadow. I am sorry, people. It's a fandom I don't like. It's just the second fandom I can't stand when it comes to shippers, obviously being SONADO being number one, which I fucking despise. You know, those are the trolls I have to deal with on a daily basis. So everybody, let me know what you all think about this. Again, you know, Kishimoto has no real say in all of this. He's just a programmer and a director. You know, again, it's the storytellers and the writers who get the final say in that. And of course, you know, SEGA themselves would have to okay it. Because remember, you're working with restrictions here. You know, so that's all she wrote, basically. So in a way, Sega does get the final say, but again, the writers and the storytellers are the ones who write the stories, and of course, after that, it all goes from there. And of course, Kishimoto basically has to put all the pieces together because he's a great director and programmer. That's basically it. He would probably like to see it. I don't know. He's kind of 50-50 on it. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, let me know what y'all think, and I gotta go. Peace out.